Interior and exterior angles of triangles. What does interior mean? Inside. What does exterior mean? Outside. So, an exterior angle is an angle formed by one side of a triangle and an extension of another side. Notes time, please. Thank you. Hands to yourself. Okay. So, for example, I have a triangle right here, yes? This is an example of an interior angle. This one would also be interior. And this one would also be interior. How many interior angles will a triangle have? 3. Will any triangle have more than 3 interior angles? No. Will any have less than 3 interior angles? Nope. This right here, angle 1, this is what we're talking about when we're talking about our exterior angle. Okay? You could also have a triangle that looks like this, and you could extend that side. That's your exterior angle. You could have a triangle like this, and you extend that. That would be your exterior angle. And you could have your triangle and you could extend that side, in which case that would be your exterior angle. Make sense? It's just an extended side of your triangle. Okay. So, our first theorem of the day is the remote interior angle. It says the interior angles of a triangle that are not adjacent. That are not adjacent to a given exterior angle. Sorry, this isn't a theorem, this is just a definition. So if I have a triangle, there's my extended side. This is my exterior angle. Yes? And then if I have, let's say, X, Y, and Z, the two remote interior angles would be X and Y. They're the angles that are not the linear pair with the exterior angle. Does that make sense? Okay. So if I had my triangle here, we know that this is the exterior angle, right? So if I said 1, 2, and 3, which ones are the remote interior angles? 1 and 3, right? I'm highlighting them poorly, but I'm highlighting them. Here's another example. Let's say that's mine. Angle 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which one's my exterior angle? 1. And the remote interior? 3 and 4. And then one more. If it looked like that, that right there is my exterior angle. Which ones are my remote interior? 2 and 3. Again, they're the ones that do not make a linear pair with that external angle. Make sense? Yes? Okay. Exterior angle theorem. I'm going to draw it for you. You ready? There's the start. Terribly difficult drawing, I know. Okay? So, the exterior angle I'm going to label as X degrees. The remote interior angles I'm going to label as A degrees and B degrees. And the exterior angle theorem says that X degrees, or the measure of that exterior angle, is equal to the sum of those interior remote angles. Okay? Okay, so if I had an example where I called this angle 1, and I said that this was 40 degrees, and this was 60 degrees, you have two different ways to find what angle 1 is. You could find that third angle in the triangle, because you know those add up to 180, and then recognize that this and angle 1 are what? A linear pair, which means they would add up to 180. Or you can use your exterior angle theorem that says measure of angle 1 is going to be equal to 60 degrees plus 40 degrees. Those remote interior angles added together. So what's the measure of angle 1? 100 what? Degrees. Okay. In words, it says the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of the two remote interior angles. So? Okay, let's look at some examples. Find the measure of the indicated angle. Now this one's a little bit backwards. What did they give me? This right here, what would I call that angle? That's the exterior angle, right? This right here, is that a remote interior? Yes. This right here is the other remote interior. So I'm going to call this one X. And so how would I set this up? X plus 35 equals what? 55. Subtract your 35. And what would my answer be? 55 minus 35? 20. 20 what? Degrees. Now, something should jump out at me if I got an answer like 120 degrees for some reason. Because look at that angle. Is that acute or obtuse? Acute. It's pretty small acute too, isn't it? I wouldn't even say it's halfway open. It's less than halfway, so I would say it's less than 45 degrees. My 20 degrees seems reasonable. Okay? Always go back and check to make sure that your answer is reasonable. Okay? All right. What have I got here? They give me the exterior and then remote interior and remote interior. So what kind of an equation could I set up? 13x minus 7, that's one angle, plus what? Plus 60 equals 20x plus 4. So there's that other one. Now, on the same side here, I have 13x, and then what would negative 1 and positive 60 give me? Positive what? 59 equals 20x plus 4. Yes? Negative 7. What? So that's 53. Yeah? Thanks for catching me before I got too much further. Now am I good? All right. So I'm going to subtract 13x from both sides. So 53 equals what? 7x plus 4. Now what? Subtract 4. That gives me 49 equals 7x. Divide by 7, and x equals 7. Is that degrees? No. Are they asking for x, or are they asking for an angle measure? They're asking for x, so my answer is just x equals 7. Capiche? All right, you try number 3. Same type of problem. Go ahead and try it. So 7x minus 2 plus what? 10x plus 10 equals 127. 7x and 10x are 17x. Negative 2 and positive 10 is positive 8. Am I okay so far? So what am I going to do? So 17x equals what? 119. And the last step, I'm going to divide by. And x equals what? Are they asking for x or are they asking for an angle? X. And do I put a degree sign?
No.
All right. You try the last one. Find the measure of angle UDC. All right, I got x equals 6. Is that what you got? Okay. Now, are they asking for x? No, they're asking for an angle measure. So I need to go back and I need to find UDC. So they're asking for that angle right there. So I'm going to plug 6 back into here. So 22 times 6 minus 3. What is 22 times 6? 132. Minus 3 is what? 129. So I'm going to say that the measure of angle UDC is 129. Do I need a degree symbol? Yes, I do. And that would be my final answer for that problem. Any questions? All right. Happy studying.